It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reid to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Down, but you ain't gonna put them all down.
Spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. First down, ball at the 36.
Come on, set! Sixty Bison!
Hand off to the back. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
After 60.
Back to the well again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry-up here.
At the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 6.
70 Lions.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second.
brings up
And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now.
On the set.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here's a quick throw to the left. Touchdown, Green Bay. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
they're on the 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action, here's Penix. Launches one deep downfield. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He's going to push one deep down the right. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The give here on 2nd. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, set. Bronco 80. Set go.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Finds a big lane, and he's finally brought down at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play, but they will take that execution every time.
Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. And a nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On the jump.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Here's a give straight up the middle. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Packers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Kicking team on to try the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except
it's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here we go. Go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throw caught at the 6. It's a Green Bay touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Reed now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They put Mooney in motion right. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Jukes one defender. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And some great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. They pick up 9 on the carry, and that sets up 3rd and inches.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go, set.
Staying with Robinson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Penix on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Robinson on the inside give. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Street.
From the 19. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Touchdown, Green Bay. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling onto this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Penix now on first down. Short pass caught by his tight end. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
They'll run it with Bijan. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. The Falcons are on the move here. Penix on third down. And they pick him off again. Terrion Arnold has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Now the give for Bijan. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Justin Reed with the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10. Penix now to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 46. A run here with Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And that will set up first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it second and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly.
And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. First and 10 coming up.
60 Maverick. Here we go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
18, Pioneer.
Second and 10 now. He's loaded another one up. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
60 Bison. Go! Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Hut.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at fourth and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Ready.
On first down, here's Penix. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. 70 Lion. Go.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Hawk 70, Hawk ready.
On first down, they'll run. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Working quickly here.
18 Cardinal. Check it.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still inches to go on third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70.
Pass play coming here. Completed to his running back. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
Ready. 60 Eagle.
And quick to the left, it's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Has it in close.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He rolls to his... and he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not the way I imagined it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted, so a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Penix now. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now we're on with Robinson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Penix. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. 4th and forever coming up. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. So out now comes the punter. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up.
Okay, ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. And up.
Hand off to the back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the 31. He's got a man left. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Set up. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Viking 18, 79 Broncos. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. He's trying to go deep again. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd.
Man, get out of here, man.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
This our last play of the quarter.
Cougar 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Come on, set.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before... Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Now we'll try a deep shot down the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
3rd down, it's Penix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes all the way to the goal line, but gonna be out at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Let's go. Lion.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Packers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Here we go, set.
This is Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. So that brings up 4th and long. Punting unit out now. Fair catch calling for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Set. Set, go.
They'll come out throwing. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set. 19 Lion. Hup.
They'll throw it. That's complete to Musgrave. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll throw it again. He's going to lob one deep down the left side. This is brought in at the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers tack on 7 more to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Penix to throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Penix now to throw. Connects with Mechie. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up.
I like that, Kate. That's going to keep a defense honest. That proves that they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Staying with Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Falcons trying to do some window dressing. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing Penix. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70. Ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He lofts it deep left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers are running them out of the building. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers continue adding on to that lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Slot man in motion right. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He puts everything behind this one. That's complete inside the 35. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Packers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go.
They send Jackson in motion right. On 2nd down, Robinson. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
70 Lion. Here we go, set.
To throw here on 1st down. Connects on the crosser. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And here's a timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
His kick is good at the ends, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So this is a Packers win. And they weren't afraid to keep running up that score to the point that records came and went on the way to victory. Their point total, Brock, actually eclipsed the old record of 72 points in a game, which was held by Washington since 1966. Now a new record stands, one of the great offensive showings we have ever seen. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on.